Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the next 4 weeks about money, career, success, what's blocking, what's coming. Let's dive in and see what's happening there. I'm going to start with your symbols. And if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you're with me today. Let's see what's coming. And if you have been here already and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, hit subscribe and recheck because sometimes unsubscribings can happen also. And by the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, comment down below which part actually resonated with you. We have a success followed by a shark. Shark can represent someone powerful, but they don't really have any morals. They can eat up anyone. Though, so take care of where will be a material loss. It says, I feel like you should be aware of someone circling around you. That's what the sharks do. Another thing we have is a broom, new home, new attitude. So it can be you moving while you're moving, maybe dealing with a shark who doesn't really have much of an ethics of trade. This doesn't mean that you don't do business with them. It means that you might get bitten at the end of the day. So either get prepared to get bit or be aware and don't get into that deal. But either way, maybe you're thinking that's the only way I can purchase that home. That's the only way I can get there. I can work in that industry. I feel like the broom, new home, new attitude coming forth telling you that maybe you can start with a new attitude and then you will have the home, the place, the money, the work, whatever that you're desiring. Maybe you can jump over the shark, that you don't have to go through a shark in order to get what you desire. We have a staff here you will be taken care of in a difficult time. So yeah. And we have a casket, someone going out of your life or end of a situation. Now this speaks volumes because the shark can be someone close to you that is benefiting from you, that the new life, new attitude doesn't have this person. We have in January, put that person in the freezer, guys. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, just comment down below, I know, and let me know. January, freezing someone here is actually basically leaving someone in the past and putting them in the freezer. This can be that person who's draining your finances, if there's such a thing, or that thing. This can be also freezing them in your mind and not really paying attention to those subjects anymore. This doesn't mean don't think about a solution. It means that don't worry about the future outcome. We have a younger woman, dealings or relationships with a younger woman. It can be a creative entity that you're dealing with as well. We have a flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover. We have a dark woman with a 10 cards. So the thing is, this is basically a little open in the clear. You might be expecting someone younger to do what you're expecting them to do, and they might not really follow through. But we have a dark woman, dealings or relationships with a woman, dark complexion or hair, celebration, fun, enjoyment. I feel like this can even be a trip that you're planning to go with one friend, and they might be leaving you hanging, but another one here is ready to celebrate. Can be even your victory, that you're praising something and it's going to bring that desire of yours, and that's going to leave someone behind. And this can be the younger person. We can take it as an immature person who doesn't know how to celebrate with you as well. And then there's a new friend, maybe there's already a friend you have, will be there to support you. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have, okay, not the saucer, the cup first and then the saucer. Tears of joy. Okay, some good news are coming in, falling right into your heart space. I feel here, this is representative of something that is emotionally satisfying, not only solely material. We have a pelican right there. Very clear. Kind of looks like a toucan as well. We can go both, meaning pelicans tend to be they can get a little greedy. You might be dealing with someone who can get greedy, like the shark here too. They don't know if they're full. They don't know if they can eat what it is. I even see a pelican trying to bite off a fish or a bird that is much bigger than them. They cannot really understand and fathom that this is not a bite that I can swallow. They cannot fathom that. This can be a person. Yes, there's sometimes can be people turned like that. They don't know what they're actually biting into. I don't want to go with the meaning. Maybe that's what you're doing. If that's what you're doing, so it's also a warning sign for you. Maybe you're trying to chew more than you can bite, or biting more than you can chew. It's the other way around, yes. So be one step at a time. Sagittarius, you have the temperance energy as well, meaning if you want to, you can slow down. Okay, because you are maybe so focused on your heart's desire. The home can be a representative of your heart's desire. You want to make it happen right away, but it can put you in a situation that then you have to overwork. It's like a 10 of wands situation. You're carrying the whole world on your back, which cannot be beneficial at the end of the day, because if you're tired, you're not going to be able to enjoy what you have created here. And the purpose of everything material wealth is enjoyment. Okay, what I see here is like big, like a long hat right there, kind of reminds me of the Nefertiti's hat. So you need to put your thinking cap on if you are stuck, or if you are not really seeing any other solution than being maybe aggressively going on something. There's a gentle solution you can see. It is going to come forward, but first you need to just clear your mind. You can see you're cutting through. In your heart there's like a dark space here, you don't have clarity, and by putting the thinking cap on, you're actually cutting through that. Okay, putting the thinking cap on, like, this can be representative of many different things, represent many different things for anyone. It can be meditation, it can be taking a walk and taking a break from what you keep thinking about. Maybe you keep thinking about a solution to a problem and it's not showing up. It's actually, the more and more you think about the problem, it is going to bring more and more problems in your mind. This is basically telling you, put it on the side, maybe even divert your attention to something. We have a chicken right here, or maybe golden goose. It kind of looks like a dragon too, guys. The dragon, I interpret it as a Sagittarius energy. So maybe doing what you like the most, what actually helps you spit fire, basically, helps you, energizes you. Just follow that path. Okay, what is your highest passion at that moment? Whatever you want to do. It can be making homemade chocolate. Okay, it can be like taking a walk. It can be talking to someone who is actually celebrating with you, communicating with someone who is supportive of what you do, loves what you do. So this is going to bring the clarity, and you can see this is a shortcut from, instead of going the whole timeline and experiencing everything at a single time, and you need to be the pelican here. This is going to bring you to a shortcut to this brighter time. In the meantime, I told you you're showing up as a dragon. Another thing, I see that you're sitting here, there's like a snake coming forward. I see a letter A under the snake. The snake can be like a big one. You can see the big head of the snake right here. Letter A can be in their first name or the last name. But the snake here, even if we see some animals as a negative sign, I feel like snake has actually the energy of ending a cycle and shedding the old skin. And this snake looks like a fresh one. So this can be someone who has been where you are already, and they shed the old skin and they know a way. And they're just hanging off the tree. I feel like here, timeline wise, they might be connecting you maybe towards the end of the 4th week again. But they might give you the real message that day. However, you might hear from them earlier on, like in a week or so as well. This can be, what do we have with the snakes? Cold-blooded. But I'm going to say the dragons are also maybe from the same family of the snakes, I feel here. So this can be someone similar to you, mindset-wise, which just comes to mind the air signs, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, and they have this like a very straightforward tongue, basically. So this can be someone speaking the truth. This can be also, you might have it on your chart, maybe your Mars is Libra, and that part of you is going to speak to you very directly and straightforward. So those messages really requires attention. Okay, those messages even can tell you that you need to let this person go. Don't talk to them anymore. Don't give them information about your life. Okay, that can be even you're closing like an energy leakage there while you're building a wall towards someone. So I see on the pelican's head, there's a bug right here. This tells me that some of you might have a bug in your mind. The bug can be someone really affecting you negatively. Maybe someone on top of your head speaking nonsense to you. This is the younger energy. That's why I feel like younger woman might be the person who's maybe instilling fear. So this doesn't have negative energies though. I feel like this person knows what they know the best, and being afraid. That's the only thing they know. And that's why I feel like Sagittarius, this is not really fitting with you. It's their personality, and might be also allowing them to speak is affecting you. So instead of that, when you focus on the brighter side of the things and the positive things surrounding you, which in between the second and the third week, that's what you're going to focus on, which is going to clear all that dark ideas, dark stuff. Another thing I see, there's a massive fish appearing within the fourth week here, and there's a smoke coming out of it. I see a letter V. The smoke can be the fire burning, a new passionate thing that you're investing, a new fire that you're burning. What's happening with that is, I see a whale's head right there. The whale is not really happy. So the whale can be someone that will need your ideas, that will require your knowledge. That new fire, passion that you're burning might be something this whale is going to need. You know, like sometimes there are certain, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Noah with the Russell Crowe, and it was amazing movie. And there he actually fills all the animals. I don't think he puts a whale in there, but into the ark. And but she should be, because that's one of the animals, right? Or mammals. Whales are mammals, actually. You don't have to put the sea creatures in there. Doesn't matter though. What he does is he uses a special type of smoke to calm them down, so they don't really attack. So I feel here you have a special type of smoke right there. The smoke doesn't have to be literal. It is your magic. It's your words. It's your vibe. It's your ideas. It is something that is calming others. Instead of you freaking out, I feel like first you're finding a way to calm yourself, and then maybe this person needs that reassurance and you're giving it to them. What happens here, I see someone coming with a lantern. I don't know, like this is the lantern that I saw. And I told you the snake actually shows up. And there's also, this is someone separate from the snake, the hermit energy. I see the lantern has the star, which is your wish fulfillment. So one thing is going to, seems like it's going to lead to another and bring like the synchronicity into your life. Like when you help someone, that's going to actually go put the word out there. The hermit can be a spiritual teacher coming in, or someone, maybe material teacher coming in, or maybe you are actually gradually turning into that, because I told you there's some help coming forward here. And I feel like this is not really material help. This is something like calming energy that you're putting into another person. Calming or fun, it doesn't matter. Sagittarius is your fire sign. Your solutions are very fun and enjoyable. So that might be also what that person needs at this time. Let's dive into the saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I feel like it's falling into the same timeline here. There's a chunk of money coming forward. The whale that you will help you back. There's a horse carrying this, as you can see, and tears of joy actually fall here too. So horse is a wish fulfillment, and this horse is not really galloping. First of all, your desire seems like it's actually moving forward really fast. There might be a little pause in between here, but then I feel like it is going to keep moving forward if you can push forward. Another thing with the horse's energy, I know I'm speaking really fast, guys, because when I see the symbols, I have ADHD, and it can get severe times sometimes, and now the Mercury retrograde is actually causing that for me. I don't want to forget anything that I'm seeing here. The horse is carrying on the back of the carriage. There's a massive chunk of money, something that you're desiring. We have a woodpecker on top of that as well. So I feel like here, but the horse is not running. It's coming slowly. Some of you might be creating some long-term financial security for yourself. But the thing is, it is going to take, first of all, momentum and energy that you need to put in there. The woodpecker just, it just doesn't hit the wood once and then creates a hole in there. He just drills it basically. First, you need to drill through. There's a clown behind you here, or like let's say someone with a mask trying to distract you. You need to be aware of those distractions. And I see even another bird here protecting you and telling them just go away. You need to ignore the distractions that are surrounding you. I see here the chunk of money has like a goat face here. Goat is also stubborn, that you need to be stubborn. Yes, the tears of joy again. And also you need to load what you gain from this work onto the back of the horse, which is your carriage, your protector, your maybe your bank account, your savings. You need to put it and start to save it for the future here in order for it to last. Okay, I see right under the horse there is a home upside down. So this is maybe something is not really feasible right now for you, but it seems like the more you load the horse carriage, the more it's going to start becoming. It's in the mind, but it's upside down. So it is going to become a possibility if you can pursue this, okay? It might be, I know we're looking for next 4 weeks, but it can be something that you do today will be affecting you in the long term, guys, okay? Let's see, pull your cards for each week. We're going to get clarifiers as well. Knight of Wands, I told you that you're going to be yourself. Oh, wow, Page of Wands. A lot of fire energy, a lot of passion is necessary for this financial long-term security here. What else? Okay, and be aware of the cunning energy. I told you there's someone here. Five of Swords is, oh, okay. So, if you can recognize the shady energy or the wrongdoing, maybe you are doing that. Maybe you're trying to do everything in your power, ethical or unethical, in order to get the things done. But I feel like if you become aware of that and you do the right thing, Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment, your heart's desire, okay? Maybe instead of trying to one-up someone, you actually open up your own, like the woodpecker, create your own hive or space in the industry and just go after it, or maybe in your home, in your household, in your neighborhood. Okay, let's see, it can be even like helping people. Okay, actually, I mean, if you don't get sabotaged, because we're living in weird times right now, the more you help people, the more abundance flows into our lives. We have the Knight of Wands. You're starting the first week with a lot of passion and confidence. It can get blocked at the 4th week here. Even though we're in Mercury in retrograde, you might have dissatisfaction, distractions, and you might have electronics acting up. It's not going to really block you guys. You are actually jumping into a passionate relationship, it says, with the money, and you're going to trust your instincts. And I even have here King of Pentacles. This is someone that maybe you can trust that they're going to be funding you, or this is maybe you actually producing that funding, those resources that is not going to take away from you. The 2nd week's energy, we have the Page of Wands. So you might do something. You might start with like confidence and moving forward, but then Page of Wands is like a page energy that you're folding back just a tiny bit, because you might have to stop, pause on your tracks and reassess things, and maybe take smaller steps this time. This can be because of what's happening in the environment. These are going to be new opportunities coming your way that you need to consider, which can cause a little bit confusion here and even maybe distract you from your current goal. I feel like everything happens for a good reason, because you need to pause, you need to slow down, because there's something better coming as an option. So instead of feeling maybe discouraged, the 7 of Cups can be also like having so many questions in your mind, not being able to answer them, feeling frustration because of that. Instead of just going along with that energy, you can just seize the moment and celebrate that there's more for you to actually consider. Not many people have that kind of options. You need to be like actually focusing on the positive part of the things here instead of feeling frustrated. 3rd week's energy. What we have here is very strong, both of them. Emperor is your attitude here. 10 of Pentacles is a long-term financial security for yourself, for your family, inheritance, retirement. Maybe you're already retired, and I told you that you're starting something and you're saying maybe you're retired, that you don't really have any passion. This can be living the life in a passionate way. When you wake up, when you make your coffee, actually, instead of just feeling dragged, or feeling like life is a drag, feeling very satisfied and doing the things that are satisfactory for you, like preparing your coffee in a way that feels joyful, creative, instead of just pouring the black coffee in a cup. So that might be something you're enjoying as well, for sure, but make sure that you're smiling when you're drinking it, okay? You're having fun with it. So that's what the Ten of Pentacles energy actually, like, it's the first, think of it as a chain. It's like the first chain that you're holding on to. You see, like the first pentacle, and then you start pulling the rest of it towards yourself. Honoring the family traditions, pride in the family tree. This can also indicate this is something, whatever that you're doing today is going to affect the long term, okay? Your legacy. Emperor is taking charge of the situation, even the result doesn't seem the way you want it to be. Either way, you actually holding on to the vision, being disciplined with your thoughts and actions, okay? The way you're doing things needs to relate to the future self here. Fourth week, you might be dealing with a shady situation and a person, and that might actually cause you to make an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity and who have questionable motives. That's very important. That's why I told you the younger person can be symbolizing someone immature, maybe trying to bring solutions in a very unethical way that is actually taking you out of your path. Four of Pentacles here is also, I interpret this as very being like a close-minded, not being able to consider other options, and also being disrespectful. If this is about the money, when you step on something, in the Eastern cultures, stepping on something is actually disrespect. So this is you maybe disrespecting the creative ideas coming to you, even though like maybe holding on to one idea you're thinking that's the most valuable thing while you're stepping on two others. Another thing here is keeping your space clean. The other some of the readings that I mentioned that like in Eastern cultures, again, walking into your living space with shoes is also considered like not only disrespect, but it's unclean, okay? So it's about cleaning your mind first, okay? Do not step on the valuable ideas, appreciation, gratitude moments coming to you. Respect them, keep them clean, and that will also help you remove yourself out of this unethical, maybe distractive, like this unquestionable, not unquestionable, it's unwise situation, okay? Questionable motives of the others. It's going to be revealing that to you as well. This is some internal work necessary here. When you do work on that, we have the Nine of Cups here, which is wishes come true. And all of the wishes you can see aligned. It's not only connected to material stuff. I feel like whatever you have as feelings that you want to experience, a magical time of life. Overall, it is going to include all the parts of your life. And sword here is also, it's gonna give you a new beginning. It is going to give you a logical approach of solutions, how you can resolve things. And the Page of Swords is someone who is, yes, blunt, honest, logical. Yes, what you're going to do is you're going to have your wishes fulfilled, and you're going to also do something positive with them, okay? It's going to give you more courage to express yourself freely and do maybe more of what you love freely and in a very logical way rather than like reacting in an emotional way. Like think of it, the lottery winners, okay? Lottery winners, they lose most of the money they win in a couple years because they act in a very emotional way. They can get stressed out. They spend the money on the things that are not even useful for them. They just give it away freely to the people that they don't even know. But what if that money was something that you earned with your hard work? Would you do that? No. Would you actually spend that much money on a vehicle that you cannot even drive on a straight road? It's like with bumps and such. Or would you get like something solid that will be lasting for a long time and like that will actually like you get your money's return, okay? So that's what the Page of Swords energy is. That's the beginning stage of it. So it's not really the king situation, but it's the beginning stage of it. You approach the material success on the desires that you make come true in that logical sense, and the return will be in that aligned with that energy too. Now I'm gonna pull your chakra cards. Perseverance, guys. This is your attitude about money. This is how you can solve that situation here. Perseverance is actually, I feel like whatever that you desire from the material world come to you, you need to actually persevere, even if you're facing an impasse here. Impasse is like a complicated situation that you are feeling that it's impossible to get out. So perseverance is keep going at it. No matter what you face right now, whatever that shows up, the truth actually appears to be, it can always change. And maybe you're having an impasse about material success, financials, money right now. We're going to look into the wealth issue as well. This is coming as an impasse here to change of direction, okay? And you need to readapt to the situations. You need to change the direction. This is coming forward because in the new direction, there's clarity, there's freshness, there's good news, okay? Let's see about the wealth here. We have instinct. Instinctively, you might be actually getting called to do something. And we have gossip here as what you need to do. Gossip, it sounds like gossip because these women understand the communication as gossip. Okay, look at their faces. She's trying to make friends with everyone, having conversations, having tiny bit of gossip here and there, but they're acting like, oh, she's a bad person. But the thing is here, your instinct is guiding you to connect with people. And you might be feeling one of these ladies here and you're saying like, oh, that's gossip. I don't want to do that. However, that's going to be your door to wealth and abundance. You might be asking how. We consider money as the source of wealth today, and the only creature uses money right now on the planet Earth is human beings. So the communication with human beings can bring you the new opportunities, or maybe create a team for yourself so you can create making money. And this can also be your customers that are going to be buying from you. So it's about your attitude change, the instinctively whoever that you're being guided to, which I see here, there's already a person that is actually giving you good vibes. Maybe it's time to just start talking them about wealth. How to increase wealth, what is wealth, how do you feel wealthy? Okay, start discussing those things. Let's see your oracle. We have water spirit manifesting dreams. You're the only one got this one, guys. So I feel like this is your month, even though it's not your birthday month. This is going to be, you're going to be really benefiting, focusing on the dreams. We have the raven spirit truth, which I feel like aligns with the page of swords. It's about speaking your truth, being your true self here. And we have two wolf spirit with the family. We have the instinct with the wolf. Did I have a dog in your cup? I don't remember. But either way here, there's a soul family coming forward. You need to really watch out for them. We have the Pegasus, a transcending. So I feel like transcending is about transcending your current reality to the reality that you want to experience, okay? And how you can keep that, first you keep that alive in your dreams, in your mind and mind's eye. See yourself being, doing, having the things that you want, and then you will materialize that, turn that into the truth. Let's see your divine feminine. We have Isis, the goddess of magic, looking beautiful. She says her physical energy is sacred, and my pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. So I feel like this is about like practicing physical, also like dancing, like bringing that creative force into the light by moving your body. And that's going to be my pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. So it can be the inspiration that will be moving you or instinctively connecting with that physical energy. We have Lala here, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Truth and the swords and the page of swords. Speaking is basically, this is like the final approval, that final one that you're carrying, that your words become your prayers and the prayers becomes your reality, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more right here for you to enjoy. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.